Games like this, oops. Games like this always scare me more than a little. Because, like, it cost me all of my money, plus a lot of my gifted money, just to be able to afford, like, a full set of T5. And the idea of, like, trying to afford T6 sounds like it's going to be, painfully expensive. But then again, I was buying the, like, really high-tier stuff. You know, the slightly magic whatevers, so... There's that, too. Dunno. This tank is really good at controlling aggro, though. I will give him credit for that. Because I have not had to worry about my my well-being here in the slightest. I appreciate. But yeah, I don't know. I can totally imagine getting up to max. Like, getting up to max in this game probably isn't that, like, difficult. It's just time-consuming. And the word time-consuming always scares the shit out of me. Because I have no time. I really don't. That's worrying. But yeah, Guild Wars 2? I don't know. I'm tired. I think this will be the, this expedition will be the beginning, middle, and end. Have we fought a mid-boss yet? But yeah, this expedition will just be it for this episode. Because I think I need more rest. My commentary at this point is just turned into mindless rambling. Yeah, wow. Rambling. Oh, this must be the mini-boss. Yep. That's the stuff. Kind of, sort of. There we go. Is the mini-boss, like, right outside the, well, maybe that's not actually the mini-boss. No, actually, he's got, like, shit all for HP. He's just got some, like, nasty-looking spell effects. Oh, yeah, there's actually, like, multiple of them. Yeah, did we just... Oh, we probably did fight that mini-boss. It was that lady earlier, where I was, like, trying to figure out my target. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I've just been looking into getting back into Guild Wars as kind of a replacement series. Maybe not for this, but just as a fun thing to get into. Because I'm always afraid of games like this where, like, there actually is very... Oh, I'm going to die here. I'm gonna go invisible while we wait. Thank you. Yeah, this guy, this axe thrower, was crushing me. We lost the tank. Alright, I'm just gonna run away. Just run, dude. It's not worth it. It's probably not worth it. I don't know where the other guy is. At least we can kill this one. Don't get hit by it. Okay. Are we good? Oh, we succeeded. And it looks like everybody's getting back up. Oh, that was the last one. I was just gonna run away. Alright. Well, hey, I saved the day with cowardice and invisibility. I'm so glad that I've stacked invisibility on. Makes me kind of a jacknut, but whatever. I will take jacknut over dead. Any day. But yeah, I don't know. Games like this, the endgame kind of terrifies me. With RuneScape, there was always some kind of something to do. Something new to do, something weird to check out, and like weird shit to farm just because you can. This one kind of worries me because I feel like I get up to T8 and then I'm just like, well, that's it. It's more than that, but since it's so PvP based, it's just like the potential endgame reality is minor. I guess it's also one of those where I think I'm starting to come up on my oops. I don't want to be in those lightning spots. It hurt too. Gonna go around. Oh shit, we already lost the tank? I guess these druids are brutal if you're standing in the middle of them. Looks like we're not at the end though, so this is like our chances are fairly good. Run slow though. I could use some like speed bonuses here. But yeah, once I hit my subscription limit, I'm going to slow down hard. I guess I'll have a whole bunch of learning points to kind of keep me going, but only for a little bit, and I won't have that bonus. I guess I'll send the devs an email and see if they'll keep me going. Somebody had actually been like really mad about me talking about emailing the devs for like subscription time, but like I believe it or not, I'm actually an arm of PR advertising for them. And so by existing and doing this series, they get exposure. You know, people will see this video and be like, "Oh, hey, this looks fun." Like I've actually gotten a whole lot of messages from people saying as much, and so I don't think it's selfish of me to ask for kind of small benefits here and there. I still end up feeling selfish and a little bit weird about it all, but. Like, the problem is if the series slows down, like, effectively, by losing my subscription, I'm gonna slow down by at least a third, if not more, because of the learning points and a couple other things. And so, specifically, like, on my end, to some degree, that's gonna get real boring. Imagine if I had to do twice as many expeditions just to be able to get and do what I want. Like, ouch. I don't think anybody really wants that. And so, like, the answer would be, well, grind more, but, like, yeah, that's the problem. I can't. So I'll see what they say, and we'll see how that goes. Because I think I've kind of plumbed the early depths of this game, and there's some deeper depths. I mean, I'm actually really digging this dungeon. This is cool. Well, dungeon expedition. And I'd like to give the dungeons a go, and I'm sure that will be enjoyable when I get to that point. If I can get a group together for it. I guess I could always look for LFG or see if I could actually plan ahead with a couple of fans to get in there. My main problem is my primetime stream time is usually when other people play, so it's always... Owie. It's always a bit, problematic. Okay, cool. Trying to organize with anybody because most people are just going to be off by the time I'm on. But I don't know. I try not to offend with my statements, but I think this is going to be one of my more divisive series ever. Whenever I say anything, there will be a billion people. Actually, I think there's a ProZD video for this. This is like a ProZD video for everything at this point. But you know, if I say I like X or I don't like X, somebody else will be like, but I like X or I don't like X. And then immediately get angry at me because they feel like I'm invalidating their opinion by disagreeing with them. Which is never true. People are perfectly welcome to have an opinion. I could say I hate this game, and it'd be perfectly valid to actually like this game. And it always bugs me a little bit. Oh, he likes me now, and I missed. Balls. I guess I have to just go with regular attacks anyway. I'm out of juice. I guess I could juice up a little bit, but my auto attack's pretty decent. Yeah. Is he going after me? No, he's going after Sataran now. Oh shit, that's because half the team's dead. Go figure he's loose. I was just kind of taking it easy, but in reality I really shouldn't. Oh, we get him. Hey! And we get learning points with a couple of things. Cool. This is where I get kicked for being AFK. Wouldn't that be suck bad? I'd kind of hate that. Well, somebody's already left. I don't know. Did they say anything? I have no idea if they actually said anything. They might just be leaving. No, it doesn't look like they actually said anything. Yeah, and these are like looking for group. That's not something I have any interest in. Wonder why people just kind of hang out. Oh, I see. These people are in a guild. Go figure. don't know. It always terrifies me that I'm gonna say something that really pisses people off just because, you know, I don't know. I like people enjoying things. I feel like actually, to some small degree, this series has been a litany of me saying something and losing a viewer, and saying something else and losing a viewer. So at this point, it's more of a contest of survival for you know, who will last to the very last episode. I guess that's true of like a lot of series, but I think that's usually just people losing interest versus you know, for this one, I feel like a lot of people were particularly annoyed about my criticisms of the first, you know, couple episodes, because yeah, there are some things that I still stick by. Actually, there's a lot of things that I still stick by from my first couple episodes. I've just kind of grown used to not having to worry about them. Like, I guess I'll kind of revisit some points. I still really wish that this game had much larger maps. Like, from my perspective, I think it would be so much more compelling if this map was like 5 to 10 times larger, and for the most part was limited to only a couple, you know, a much smaller group of players in it, so that you actually have like players that have room to breathe, and then you make the environments actually like kind of interesting and dynamic. I brought up Guild Wars earlier. That game has an absolutely wonderful you know, dynamic event system, so you've got a kind of a reason to explore, and stuff happens around you all the time. I can assume that's kind of what PvP is like for this game. That's the dynamic event. It's just I'm not entirely sure if that's the dynamic event I want. I'd much prefer kind of a almost simulated solo experience, except for when you need to group up or compete with people. And even then, like, I don't know, it feels like the competition is always kind of weirdly asynchronous. Like, nobody actually exists to compete with me in this game. They're just kind of there to get in my way. And that by existing, they don't actually, like, slow me down that much. They're just there to make sure that... Well, no. They only exist to slow me down. You know, you could put me in a void, in a map all by myself here, with a ton of resource nodes, and ultimately I just get slightly more done. But I guess doing so would flood the market with raw resources, so you have to kind of create this weird artificial scarcity. Don't know if I like that better. I guess it makes more sense from like an economy sim, and less so from like a group fun experience. And so this game definitely errs more on the side of economy sim than anything else. I have no specific like route through here. I'm just kind of mining whatever as I go. Should probably maybe find a different section of the map. It seems like this area may be covered. Don't know. Just kind of chilling now. Oh, nope. This tin is not tapped. I figure I might as well just start restocking on my metal resources. I would not mind. I would not actually mind getting into smithing now that I'm starting to look at my island. If I can actually like build up the crafting and whatnot, I wouldn't mind selling some gear on the market. Because it seems like it's got a... Okay. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, selling the raw resources might still be the better moneymaker, or, you know, sitting down and spending my money on... What am I thinking? I mean, not spending my money, but, you know, just selling my raw resources instead of, like, bothering with crafting, and it's just the question is learning crafting worth it? I guess I could get some of the higher quality stuff faster that way. I don't know. There's no better way to do it. And honestly, I guess having other players around isn't as big of a deal. This game is definitely shrinking in population. Those first couple days when we had like 800 people in an area, that was nuts. Now we're actually down to 72, so I have room to breathe. Unfortunately, that's actually kind of a I'm gonna say it's kind of a scary sign. It's maybe not a good sign that people are clearing out that much. There aren't that many maps for people to, like, disappear off to. So I can imagine a lot of people probably don't have to spend too much time in Pen Ghent anymore. But it is a sign that, you know, there might be a population drop. I guess a lot of MMOs go through that, though. Like, you get kind of the standard distribution of a lot of people spreading out. But you also have a lot of people that show up for the first weekend, and then it starts to dwindle and dwindle until there's nothing left. There is just non-stop corpses here. Can I mine these? Protected? Wait, no, it's protected from looting. These might actually be mineable. Might also want to bring a weapon with a little bit more immediacy for DPS. I can't imagine these are lootable, though. Also, damn, I'm already at 62% the way to Expert Adventurer. Was not expecting that. Let's see if I can mine this. Resources depleted. And I'm overloaded. Oh, because Ox. Okay. I was like, how am I overloaded? The likelihood of that happening seems a bit off. I figure let's bring in both guys and use this move. Should do enough damage. Might not kill him. Did a lot of damage. Just doesn't do enough, I guess. But yeah, maybe I'll switch to my axe for just meaningless mining. Or the bow. Maybe switching to the bow would be good. I just feel like the skull is more of a dungeon thing where the enemies have a ton of HP. But yeah, I don't know. I've gotten a lot of messages from people saying, like, you know, thanks for getting me into this game, but I'm also done now. And that's a... I don't know if that's actually, like, kind of ominous portents for this game, or if it's just, like, the natural order of things. Because I feel like I could just sit around doomsaying for a little while and being like, well, this game's going to be dead in about a month. I guess that's kind of what happened to Arcade. Anybody actually know about that? I got a couple of comments specifically about Arcade being kind of... Well, I know Arcade was like a huge disappointment, but is it like dead? Because I know Black Desert Online, I had similar complaints about Black Desert Online as I do this game. Although honestly, I think Black Desert Online's presentation was just confusing as shit. That was my main problem with it. Well, looks like this side's pretty good if I want to get tin. Unfortunately, it seems like it's a lot of nodes that are already being farmed. Yeah, maybe a little bit overtapped. But like, I've always heard good things about Black Desert Online. I kind of wish I had actually maybe kept with it. Oops, that was a bunny that I just destroyed. Let's go haste. I feel like my raw damage just kind of sucks with this thing. It's all based in that number one deep damage over time move. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just thinking about Black Desert Online being very similar to this game in core concept, but I want to say it's more successful just because the combat was more interesting. The UI was atrocious, though. This game definitely beats out BDO in terms of UI. I'm actually really floored that they didn't have a cosmetic shop. Like, I actually really feel like this game might have been... I wonder if this game actually would have been better served if they had they'd gone with like a really, really extensive cash shop and no subscription fee. Probably would have been better. I don't know. I've heard of... I mean, I see the like almost ever-present complaint about this game is the fact that not only do you have to pay $30 to, you know, get into the game, but you also have to pay a $10 subscription fee. And like, now that I have the sub fee, I would totally say it's worth it if you're actually like interested in getting into the game. Just because, like, oof, leveling without those learning points and, you know, the premium fame. Like, I probably would have actually quit by now if it hadn't been for that. Oh, God damn. This is going to take forever. Because, yeah, the idea of mining 2,000 iron ore. I mean, it seems like tin is probably the most efficient just based on speed, but I'm going to get anything. But, like, the idea of getting, you know, 2,000 iron ore, or, what is that, 3,000? Little over 3,000, 3,000 tin, like, both of those are terrifying to me, because it's just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be on this map for the next 6 hours mining X. But, like, because of that huge wall between, you know, the non-sub and the sub people, I guess the point is, though, now that they've gotten everybody who doesn't want to sub, now that they've gotten their money, they don't care about them anymore, because they're not going to make this company any more money. And so the only people that stick around are the people that pay for the subscription fee, which is the people that they want to keep, because there's no cash shop. Yeah, Ooh, I don't want to think about economics like that. Like, video game economics are, like, outside of video game monetization economics is, like, terrifying stuff. Because you can, like, really read in some particularly... Ooh, look at all this iron. Somebody's already gotten. But that's okay. But, like, you can kind of notice some serious, seriously... what's the word I would use? Sinister? Yeah, some, like, sort of seriously sinister, statistics from this sort of thing. Specifically, I'm thinking of Shadow of Mordor, or Shadow of War, actually, which is coming out in a couple of months, maybe? But they're adding, like, microtransaction boxes. And that's a super worrisome thing to me. Like, you really, really don't want to see single-player games with, like, a microtransaction box. I hated gambling in Diablo 2 or Darksiders 2. There were, like, gambling boxes you could get to get better equipment. Like, that stuff is not something that I want to see in a game. You want to see a game that's perfectly balanced around, like, an even difficulty scale. Imagine you were playing, like, Dark Souls, for example, and every time you killed a boss, you get, like, a premium loot box, but you have to buy a key to get it open just so you can get the boss item. It's like, what? No, I don't want to do that. Like, that is the potential and super scary, like, future if that sort of thing happens, or, you know, for games like this where they charge this, like, exorbitant entry fee, and then they're like, but you have to pay more money if you want to actually have fun, because we've more or less stilted the game against you, so you have no chance at anything. I've been playing Fortnite lately, which is actually a really fun game. Kind of fits in the same category as this, where it's like, neat game, cool idea, totally wasted because of over Skinner box and, you know, cash cow strategies. And that always sucks for me, because it's just like, I wanna actually, like, get into and enjoy these games, but it always feels like it's specifically designed for people with larger wallets than me. And I don't want that to be the barrier for entry for a video game. I brought up Warframe earlier, and, like, yeah, sure, that game also has kind of, like, some pay-to-win elements, like an EXP booster, or straight up just buying the thing instead of grinding for it, but, like, you don't have to? I guess you don't have to in this game either. But I guess with Warframe, it always feels like it's rather snappy. Like, it doesn't take that many attempts. And you can always, like, find an alternate way around. Whereas, like, for this game, for example, there is no alternate way around maxing out Adept Ore Miner. I am absolutely locked into mining all of these things. And I guess I could just go do something else. But if I want to get any of my gathering skills up, like, yeesh, I'm going to be here for a while. I don't know. I feel like if it was going to be this slow, I should be able to almost, like, program in a route and have my character run it while I'm sleeping or off doing other things. I think that's part of the reason why, like, I think Eve works a little bit better for this sort of formula, because if I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe with Eve you can actually just, like, set up trade routes and be like, yeah, go mine here for a while. I'll be back later. and just hope it doesn't get blown up in the meantime while you're elsewhere, and that's like a natural risk that you have to do. This game is much more active, but like, murdered or not during my mining route, this is particularly sluggish. I mean, I guess we're actually almost 2/3 of the way there, because I can just use my learning points as soon as I get to the point. It's still a lot, though. See, I assume I don't have anything else that I can use a learning point on. Oh, I can. I'm just going to start wasting my learning points on everything, because, to be totally honest, I'm not going to be able to use them fast enough. Because I don't play this game often enough. Oh, you're freaky looking. Okay, we should probably fight. There's a treasure chest here, which I want. Well, I don't get a choice. Luckily, these guys aren't too scary looking. Oh, no. Holy shit, that actually really hurt. I'm just gonna hop on my ox if it comes for me. See you later. I'll heal up, and then I'll come back for that. This thing is fast. I'm on an ox, man. Well, I guess this is why you're supposed to have horses. Alright. Is it a helmet thing? Is it a boot thing? Oh, I literally don't have a healing move. Oh, goody. I guess I'd probably want a completely different armor set if I'm gonna want to grind like this. Oh, that's okay. Oh, geez. I have gotten a fair bit of ore though, which is kind of welcome. Okay, let's wait for my skills. I mean, the cursed ghoul itself is not actually that dangerous. It's just the fact that I had so little HP earlier. And then I got hit by the special. Okay, so let's bust open the cursed chest. Let's hope we didn't summon a friend here. Alright, I guess I'll get the Adept's Rune. I don't think we got anything more interesting than that. Something else here. Was that? Yeah, that was 2,000 silver. Neat. I do appreciate the occasional treasure chest like that. That's a fun thing. But yeah, I might actually want to consider getting tank gear specifically for this sort of thing. Because I'm a lot more survivable when I can actually heal myself mid-combat. Yeah, maybe I'll just bring my axe, because my axe has nice vampiric elements attached to it. Seems like a wiser choice. I don't know. I love the idea of an economy simulator game, though. Like, I gotta loop back on that. I've been kind of critical lately. The idea of one of these games is actually really cool to me. Like, a game that is purely player-driven economy and so on and so forth. I'm just... There's got to be, like, some kind of weird balance where it's not just pure time invested. I guess there are other ways to get profit apart from just mining like this, and, you know, maybe the point is you're supposed to be super zen while mining things. Yeah, maybe part of the reason why I have trouble with games like this is specifically just because I'm trying to run a series on them. I bet I think I would actually have a completely different opinion of this if I wasn't trying to record it, because, you know, I've got to try and keep things interesting and dynamic-ish. Whereas by just, like, if I had to just play this on my own, I think it would just be kind of this nice, like, breakdown, relaxy, after stream type game. But, of course, I gotta record literally everything I do. Because the other alternative is, I mean, go do something else for a job, I guess. Can I? I really wish... Oh, we've got this here? Why is this here? That shouldn't be there. Yeah, Artifact Hood Specialist, Frost Mage. What? Why are these all here? Dagger Fighter. Like, if I was actually using some of these skills, I'd be super down with them, but like... Artifact Book Specialist? I really, really wish these things weren't just listed here. Is there a way to, like, get rid of them? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, because, like, I'm not using any of these things, but they're getting tracked anyway. Unless it, like, has literally tracked every single skill in the game. Oy. It's either that or, like, anything that we're kind of... We've unlocked the ability to work on. It looks like, yeah. So we could work on Guardian Helmet's Combat Specialist, but because we haven't, what's the point? Ugh. I don't know. I'd like some UI buttons like that. That'd be super handy. Because yeah, we've got Mercenary Hood Specialist. Actually, no, that's something we could use. Oh, that's Bag Tailor. Blech. I don't know. Anyway, let's go back. I've got enough stuff at this point. We've only filled this ox out by 20%. But at this point, I'm starting to flag. Yeah, what time is it? Oh, jeez, it's 3:40 in the morning. Yeah, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go to bed. I feel like I've been extra, like, sluggish tonight. I guess we've kind of already established that I was super scatterbrained, too. But that's okay. Yeah, let's finish mining a little bit of tin ore. Let's see. Trying to think of any other topics. Unfortunately, I'm kind of like fresh out because there's only so much I can kind of talk about internally with these things. It's nice when I'm doing like expeditions, and I think that's why I've been doing them so much, is it actually gives me something to kind of focus on, and it's super active. Mining is well, it's mining. Same ore. Oh, couple thousand of it. Yeah. I'm just about to the 10% mark, and I want to say I started the session at 5%. Oh, cool. I can turn some of these off. I'll keep some of these on, so that'll help a little bit. But yeah, I really wish I could hide anything that we're not actively pursuing. Because this is, I mean, I like this skill system, but I really wish it didn't just have this like giant list that you had to sort through. Especially because sometimes when I'm like, okay, so I've leveled up in my my hood progress, but hey, why do I have to like go searching for it at the bottom of the list somewhere? I hope they do something to like improve that. I'm actually curious what kind of roadmap for development they have for this game. Because this seems like the sort of thing that would be vastly improved by consistently updating it. But I don't know. Alright, let's stop by the repair guy. Seeing as we actually have money to afford it. We actually made a decent amount today. Like, I started with nothing and I'm almost back up to 20,000. I guess we did sell a couple of things, but for the most part it's, I guess it was that expedition. Expeditions do make good cash. Especially now that we're doing the T5 versions. So what happens if I sell, like, my travertine, for example? Create a sell order, so I pretty much could just instant sell all of this stuff. The price differential is so minimal. And the raw resources are not great. Looks like tin ore has a slightly higher price point, but like, ugh. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it looks like It looks like the best thing for me to do at this point is just keep doing those expeditions, because I guess if I made like 20 per... Yep, nope. There, in no way, shape, or form is mining worth it for me right now. I guess it'll be expeditions or bust. I'm sorry, what? Okay. So apparently there's actually a cooldown between being able to go through those like zones. I guess it's to prevent people from like loading in and out constantly. But still, oof. Oh, cool. I can go up to the trade hall section if I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna go sell that hood. But yeah, it looks like we're hitting a what is it? A singularity of prices? You know, that the instant buy versus the instant sell is coming together. So what's the point of actually creating a sell order when you can just sell it immediately? Instant gratification, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode of Albion Online. And as always, thanks for watching.